What's up, everybody? Yo, we talking about generational curses and toxic. The whole black community is toxic. Black people, we toxic. We toxic. We born toxic. We born with what else we born with? We born toxic. We born toxic. We born with a bunch of generational curses, and we're born with I forgot the other word. Oh, PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. Because all that shit we believed in, our ancestors believe in, we done parented that shit down from parent to child, parent to child. Wealthy white people hand down their wealth. Parent to child, parent to child, parent to child. Poor black people, we hand down our generational curses. Parent to child, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child. Here's the generational curse right here. That's my poetry. It's called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. It's not a book about how to raise your children. It's my poems, my jokes, and I like to call it my ghetto philosophy. Hey, let me put my glasses on real quick because I want to see what you're saying. Haney fight. I don't know. Listen, I haven't been keeping up with boxing because I don't like the way it's going. But more than likely I'll watch it. I'll watch it. More than likely I'll watch it. I don't even know who Haney is. I don't even know who these new guys are. I've been keeping up with Errol Spence. And like I told you, Errol Spence, he looks real strong. He looks like a bodybuilder. And he looks real slow. I don't know. I don't know what these guys be doing. I think they don't be wanting to show everybody. I think they don't be wanting to show all the attributes in front of the camera. Because I watched Floyd Mayweather spar, and the guy he was sparring was nowhere in his league. Floyd Mayweather was playing with the guy, and I don't like that, man. But it's like Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. It's like once some guys becomes so good, they be playing with people. And it's like they know the people they can beat because these guys can't match their skill and techniques, and they just, I don't know, man. It just don't be the same. I don't know. Nobody comes in the box. Nobody comes in here to fight no more. Nobody's mean. Everybody just want to, box and win and walk around with gold chains and an entourage and shit. Seems like that's all people want to do. Win a couple of fights, buy gold chains. And boxers been doing that shit for eons. What you call him? I forgot the guy. The first heavyweight champion of the world, the black guy. I forgot his name. Damn. But anyway, he did that. Got him, put on the mink coats and drive around with the white women in the car. It's like, that's their epitome of success. Once they get them a white woman in their mind, they have died and gone to heaven. That's what they do. Like Jack Johnson. That's Jack Johnson. Muhammad Ali ain't do that. Muhammad Ali, man, he ain't care about money. He ain't care about money. He had money, but just giving it away. He ain't care about none of that, man. He took care of everybody that was around him. He ain't care. Muhammad Ali couldn't walk down the street without stopping traffic. Boy, he was so loved. But nah, I haven't been keeping up with boxing. But I said I was going to start. Let me tell you something. I be so bored down here. That's the main reason I be boxing. That's the main reason I do that. And plus, I don't want to get, I'm 55, so I don't want to get fat and out of shape and shit like that. So it ain't like I think it's going to keep me on the earth any longer. I just be needing something to do. But I was talking about generational curses. And this, like when I be out selling my book, this is one of my books of poetry. I don't think y'all know that. This is my first one I wrote. That's Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. That's Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. That's these are all books I wrote. See, that's me. This is Pretty Ugly, a Harlem Situation. And this is Agitation Gets the Dirt Out. This is my latest book. And I was sitting in the car and I was talking about generational curses. And beating your child is a generational curse. And it makes you grow up to be toxic. People always say, I beat my kids and they ain't never been to jail. Them kids be toxic as fuck. I ain't talking about not going to jail. But, a lot of people, we just toxic. We got PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. All that shit that our ancestors went through, they just handed down from parent to child, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child. White wealthy people hand their wealth down, parent to child, parent to child, parent to child. And don't beat your children. People get mad when I say that. They be like, that's what's wrong with kids today. They need their ass beat. These kids don't get beat. That's what's wrong with them. That's some slave shit, man. How you gonna say somebody need to be beat? That's like a husband trying to, that's like Will Smith saying Jada need to be beat. That shit don't make sense. That ain't gonna make you a better person. They're just gonna find another way to do shit. They're just gonna find another way to do sneaky shit. That's all that is. Like I said, beating kids lower their IQ. And then another thing is, parents these people be making babies with people, and they don't even know each other. And not that they don't know what kind of trauma that person is dealing with. Like I tell people, I be asking people all kind of, like when you meet a girl, I used to ask them all kind of questions, all kind of shit. And they be like, why you want to know that? I be like, cause I need to know. I need to know what I'm dealing with. You need to know what you're dealing with. And that's not saying she bad. She's just not, her chemistry might not match with your chemistry. And that chemistry bring out a baby, and that baby just can't find its way in the world. I mean, that shit is real, man. That shit is almost like breeding. One of my daughters got killed, man. I mean, she didn't get killed, she died. I don't know why I brought that up, but it is what it is. Yeah, she died at 28. 28 years old. Died. This happened recently. This happened in give me past me in September, I think it was. September. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta know what you're dealing with. She was toxic. Kimmy was, you go through these toxic. People be toxic, man. That's the new word now, toxic. We can't get our shit straight. You gotta know. I gotta put my glasses on. Let me put my glasses on. Hey, listen, man, get a signed copy of my poetry book. This one is called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. It's not a book about how to raise your children. It's me making fun of generational curses. And it's not really making fun of it. It's just like pointing like little shit out. Like a good way to tell that you're going through a bad neighborhood is when you see a lot of churches. And tell me I'm lying. Most neighborhoods that got a lot of churches, the neighborhood is dilapidated. And the church take all the money. And that money don't circulate in the hood. What do the church do with that money? All black churches put their money into all white banks. Now, I can say I'm racist for saying the church is all black, but the bank is all white. So that's racist. All black churches put their money into all white banks. And then like you got all these black colleges and stuff, but when you graduate college, you go out into the real world, they go out into a white world where black people don't own nothing. So those all black colleges are unrealistic. During slavery, 99% of black people work for white people. Today, 98% of black people work for white people. And like I be watching these rappers, man, they be going into the Gucci store with cash money and shit like that. What do black people own and control? We don't own and control nothing. And this is why people talk shit about us. This is why, like, when immigrants come to the country, they be shitting on black people because black people don't own and control nothing. They're like, wow, I just came to America and I'm doing great. How come these black people been here all these time and they can't do great like me? But they don't realize it's all due to social engineering. I done went from toxic to social engineering. Yeah, it's toxic, man. Most guys are toxic. Like I said, man, if a boy grew up in a single parent home with no male role models, he gonna be toxic because he gonna act just like his mother. People are known by virtue of who they spend their time around the most. Eagles don't hang out with crows. Show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. People are known by virtue of where they spend their time around the most. And in a single-parent home, a boy grew up acting just like his mother. And then when he got into the street, he's over-masculine because he wants to prove that he's not like his mother. He wants to prove that he's a man's man. After all them years of doing shit like his mother do. Being doubtful, emotional, and bitchy. That's what that's about. Let me see what y'all saying out there. What's up? Jack Johnson used white women. Yeah, he used white women as a flex. Yeah, he did that shit to piss white people off. That's what he did that shit for. But I don't know. See, like, I always had this theory, like, a lot of times when black athletes marry white women, A lot of times I think it'd be a setup. I think like she'd be a part of the I think she's usually like she knows the agent. She knows that it's like if a basketball player goes out to dinner with the agent and he meets a girl at the place where they was where him and his agent went to eat, and he coincidentally meets a young lady and he eventually marries her. I think that should be a setup sometimes. Because all that money, if that man so happens to die, all his money goes to her and her family. And usually his side of the family get left out of everything. So that wealth goes from one white family to another white family. And those athletes, except for LeBron James and a few others, they never go back to where they come from to uplift the community. They're in so many words, they're taught not to. That's why that's why I like Prince so much. Prince, he made it big and stayed in Minneapolis. He had houses in other parts of the country, but he stayed, I think he had a house in something like in Italy or something like that. But he stayed right there in Minneapolis, man. He stayed right there in Minneapolis, right there. And he used to say, I'm not hiding from nobody. That's what he said. He had a house right there in Minneapolis. He put a fence around the house, which is smart. And he would throw parties and concerts in his house. That dude, man, there'll never be another Prince. He stayed right there in Minneapolis. Everybody else moved. Everybody else be moving and shit. He stayed right there in Minneapolis. Yep. What's going on? Let me see. I need to sell these books, y'all. This is what I do for a living. I sell my books. I quit my job to sell books. That's my novel. That's my novel. That's my poetry. That's my poetry. It's poetry, but it's not that Robert Frost kind of poetry. It's not that Shakespeare kind of poetry. That's my New York City poetry. Like I say, like, dear police, you should stop and frisk white people too. They usually have better drugs. And the reason I say that is because, like, when the country had this so-called war on drugs, when they say it's a war, that means they can use legal and illegal means to catch drug dealers. And that stop and frisk is illegal. Like, you never heard about the cops going into the suburbs and doing stop and frisk. They don't sit outside the mall and catch people coming out the mall and stop and frisk them. I guarantee you if they did that, they would find people that was dirty. But yeah, I remember one time I was in a cab and they pulled the cab over, took all my shit out the cab and left it on the curb and drove off. And then one day I was coming to my building. I lived on 135th Street. They pulled me over there. I was coming out. As soon as I came out the apartment building, they pulled me up against the corner store, patted me down and left. That shit is a violation, man, of your human rights. That shit ain't right at all. That's what they do. But they do shit like that because black people, I don't know, man. We just think marching is going to get shit done. What they say. My books. My books are $14. I'll mail them for free. $14. You can use my Cash App. Let me show you my Cash App. My Cash App is $. Let me see. Right on. This car ain't got shit in it, man. Can you read my handwriting? $1 Brad Bathgate. $1 Brad Bathgate. $1 Brad Bathgate. I sold my books for $14. Hit me up and let me know, man. I'll mail a book to you free. I mail a book. I won't even. I'll cover the cost of shipping and handling. Let me see what else y'all saying out there. More likes can attract. I don't know how to get these likes. Nobody want to hear what I got to say, so everybody be leaving. I be talking about, they say I talk about females. I don't be talking about females. I just talk about the bullshit that people be doing. I don't date men, so what the fuck am I gonna talk about them for? Right? See, what it is, man, when people are dumb, they think you dumb too. Like I said in one of my books, when a person lies to you, it's because they said they lie to themselves first. And once the lie sounds good to them, they think the lie will sound good to you too. But they don't know how the lie is going to sound to you because they're not a mind reader. They just think you dumb as they are. That's what that shit is. Because they dumb, they think you dumb. I used to date a girl like that. She swears she fucking slick. She swears she fucking slick. Lying fucking ass. Like I always say, lying is more provocative than hate. Lying is more provocative than hate. And this teacher proved it to me. This teacher proved it the other day. She said American history is white history. I'm white, so I'm going to talk about white history. So that means she got to whitewash a lot of shit that black people do. She got to whitewash a lot of the black achievements for the sake of saving face. So she's going to teach you white history and not American history. So she's going to lie. Like I say, lying is more provocative than hate. Lying is more provocative than hate. If a person is lying to you, what are they saying? They hate you. You got me? Yeah, that's it. $sign #1 Brad Bathgate. And let me know the address, and I'll mail a book out the next day. I'll mail them. If you want me to mail them, I can mail them from here. I'll mail them to you. I can sign and mail it, or I can mail it from Amazon. 1, 2, 3. My favorite one, like I told you, my books is not. This one is poetry. But it's not Robert Frost Shakespeare kind of poetry. Like in one of my poems, it goes, in my neighborhood, they got bulletproof corner stores, and they never stop to take a breath. And you could catch a contact from the gun smoke. I come from a place where the scent of roach spray still gets me homesick. It was 212 West 129th Street. That's where the needle skipped on the family that broke the record for all those times the mice left holes in the loaf of the bread while the roaches played dead like raisins and they were backstroking in my bowl of cereal. That's an excerpt from this. Excerpt from this one is, I got one that goes, y'all be mad at your baby daddy for never spending time with you, but y'all don't be mad at Jesus and y'all ain't seen him in 2,000 years. Or I say things like, if going to church is about telling the truth, then why does grandma keep wearing a wig to Sunday service? Or, what did I say? Guys be so quick to call a girl a hoe, but most of them same guys never met their own father. So what that mean? And then this one is called Don't Beat Your Children or They'll Turn Out Like Me. Like I told you, it's not a book about how to raise your children. I just say things like, when a person lies to you, it's because they said the lie to themselves first. And once the lie sounds good to them, they think the lie will sound good to you too. But they don't know how the lie will sound to you because they're not a mind reader. They just think you dumb as they are. Or the minute that I start worrying about what people think of me, that means I'm putting their agenda before my agenda. And that goes against the law of nature because I come first. That's in this one. And this one is my novel, Pretty Ugly. It's a story that takes place in the summer of 1985. And it's about a girl named Apple and a guy named Big Zach. It's like my hood love story. And my books, I sell them for $14.98. $14.98. I said $14. You can give me $14. But I sell them for $14.98. And let me know. I'll mail the books out myself. Or I could send them from Amazon. I prefer to send them from Amazon. That way they get to you faster. But I'm going to go in the Starbucks for a minute. Let's see what's going on. Who's out there? Yeah, Joey Banana. What's up? That's my cash app. Shit, 2 times. I like that's funny. Shit, 2 times. Man, ain't shit going on. What you want me to talk? What y'all want me to talk about? Boxing? Y'all want me to talk about boxing? Yeah, boxing ain't what it used to be, man. You got everybody want to hold them fucking pads. Everybody want to hold them pads and be like Floyd Mayweather. They don't understand that Floyd been doing that shit since he was like 5 or 6 years old. Maybe younger than that. That's why he be hitting them shits without looking. But like, I never see guys make him fight. It's like, when I be driving down here, it's like people be watching you. Instead of driving, they watch you. And that's what they do with Floyd. Instead of fighting him, they busy watching him. Fight the guy. Yo, man, we're gonna get out of here. I'm trying to sell my books online, man. This shit ain't easy. I'm gonna start selling yo-yos. Alright, Joey Banana. Oh, what's up, man? Who is that? Mo Better Blues? That's one of my favorite movies. I went and bought a trumpet. Why? I went and watched that movie and went and bought a trumpet. I bought a trumpet because I was going to learn how to play the trumpet. And I got to meet Spike Lee's sister. I like his sister. His sister, not like that other girl that was in the movie, Indigo. I think her name was Clark or something like that. Peace. What's up? You breaking out? Let me see who out there. Let me see who out there. I don't mean to put my face up on the camera, y'all. Excuse me. Oh, man, this shit, what the fuck? This shit always gives me trouble. Try to see if I can see who out there. Yo, what's up, Joey Bananas? What's up? What is that? How much are books? Like Floyd and Canelo. Floyd made him look like a... Yeah, he did. He made Canelo Alvarez look like an amateur. The reason... Well, for one, Canelo Alvarez is not naturally 160. He could make 154. He could make 147. But a lot of times, them guys be lifting weights. And I don't know why. Lifting weights does not make you a better puncher. That shit don't make you no better puncher. Look at Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns wasn't lifting weights, and he was killing 147. He was knocking guys' heads off at 147. And he was a skinny, lanky 147. Aaron Davis, I don't think he used to lift weights. And he was a big 147. 147 is a big 140. You got 140, then 147. Them guys shoot up, and they be tall and skinny and lanky. And that was my problem. I used to fight 147. I should have been 140, but I like to eat. And 147 is a funny division, man, because it can be real tall and skinny and lanky. Guys that are naturally 147 are lanky like that. I'm down in this boring ass place. Y'all want to see what it look like out here? You gonna watch that? Yeah, oh, that's old. Y'all want to see what it look like that? That's the Starbucks right there. Oh man, it's the honeysuckle. It be boom. How you doing? Bored as hell out here. She probably won't come back. Now it's getting cold out here now. See how I look out here? It's the country, ain't it? It's the fucking country. It's getting cold out here. I'm gonna go sit in Starbucks, y'all. I'm trying to find a way to upload some of my videos so I can make some money. I've been trying to do that, that affiliate marketing and shit too. That's what I've been trying to do. More books back there. Yeah. But other than that, man, I ain't talking about shit. If I got something to talk about, let me know, man. If not, I'm gonna get out of here, alright? I'll talk to y'all later. I'm gonna upload this shit. I don't know why I be uploading this shit in Starbucks. This shit upload faster when I'm at home. I don't know why this shit be so slow at Starbucks. It be slow because I guess everybody be using their Wi-Fi. Take my books here. I might be able to sell some. Oh, there's some more books right here, see? There's some more. Take these shits in here. I might sell them. Alright. Got my tomato juice. This shit I be drinking in the morning. Alright, y'all, take it easy, man. But I gotta find out how to put this money on my shit, man. I'm gonna find out how this shit work. How I put money on it. And people... Let me see who this is. Yes. What's up? Who this? Hello, I don't see nobody. Y'all ain't saying shit. What's up? Y'all put me on here. I don't see nobody. Y'all ain't saying shit. What's up? I love my crush. Man, get the fuck off here. Y'all might be trying to do some freaky shit with my picture.